5 years. 5 years of waiting by the phone, hoping she'd call. 5 years of explaining to our children why Mommy wasn't coming home. 5 years of carrying pain, anger, and a hope that I couldn't explain. But what happened next changed everything. Welcome to Hearts Mended, where real stories show us that sometimes waiting is the hardest thing we can do, and sometimes forgiveness is the only thing that can make us whole again. If you believe in second chances, in redemption, and in love that survives even the deepest betrayals, please like this video, subscribe, and share your story in the comments. This is my story. This is how I learned that forgiveness isn't about what we deserve, it's about what we need. Her name was Sarah. I met her when I was 24, fresh out of college, still figuring out my place in the world. She was just as lost as I was, but in a different way. She was beautiful, free-spirited, adventurous in a way that both attracted and terrified me. I thought that being with her would make me feel alive. And it did, at first. But then, everything changed. We got married when she was 26 and I was 28. By the time we were 30, we had 2 kids, a daughter, Sophia, and a son, Luke. Life was good, at least on the surface. We had a nice house in the suburbs, we had jobs that paid the bills, and we had each other. But beneath the surface, things were falling apart. Sarah started talking about how she felt trapped. She told me she was suffocating in the life we'd built. She told me she didn't know who she was anymore. I listened. I tried to understand. But when it came down to it, I thought we were fine. I thought we were happy. I thought we had everything we needed. I didn't realize until it was too late that Sarah had stopped feeling any of those things. I still remember the day she left like it happened yesterday. It was a Tuesday, just like any other Tuesday. I went to work. She dropped the kids off at school. And then, when I came home, she was gone. No note. No explanation. No goodbye. Just a space in our closet where her clothes used to be, and a hollowness in my chest that I couldn't shake. I called her. I texted her. I begged her to come home. But she didn't answer. For the first few weeks, I thought she just needed time. I thought she was staying with a friend. Maybe at her sister's place. But 5 weeks turned into 5 months, and when 5 months turned into 5 years, I knew she wasn't coming back. I had to explain to the kids. They asked every day for the first few months. Where's Mommy? Is she coming home? Why did she leave? And I told them the truth. I didn't know. I didn't hate her. Not really. I couldn't. Because even though she had broken me, even though she had torn our family apart, I still loved her. Even after 5 years, I still loved her. I went into autopilot. I had to. For the sake of our kids. I worked hard. I kept the house running. I made sure that Sophia and Luke didn't feel abandoned. But at night, when the house was quiet, I would sit by the phone, waiting for it to ring. I waited for 5 years. I tried dating. I tried moving on. But how do you move on from someone when every part of your life still echoes with her absence? How do you move on from someone you still love, even after they've destroyed you? My friends told me I was crazy. They told me I should have divorced her long ago. They told me I should have moved on. But I couldn't. Not because I hadn't tried. But because somewhere inside me, I knew this wasn't over. And then, one night, after 5 long years, the call came. I was sitting in the kitchen, trying to finish up some work, when my phone rang. It was late, past 9 o'clock. I almost didn't answer, but something inside me told me to. I picked up the phone. Hello. There was silence on the other end. Then, a single word, hi. It was her. I would have known her voice anywhere. Sarah. My voice was hesitant, like if I said her name too loudly, she'd vanish again. Yeah. It's me. For a moment, I didn't know what to say. I had so many questions. I had so much anger. But all I could manage was, "Where are you?" "In the city. I've been here for 2 months. I'm not here to cause trouble. I wanted to talk." I could hear the pain in her voice, the fear. But I also heard something else, regret. We agreed to meet the next day. In a neutral place. A coffee shop. The same coffee shop where we'd first met. When I saw her, I barely recognized her. She was thinner, more tired. Her eyes looked haunted. She was no longer the free-spirited woman I'd married. She looked broken. "Hi," she said softly. "Hi," I replied. We ordered coffee. I don't think either of us actually drank it. We just stared at each other across the table, trying to find words for the past 5 years. "I left," she started, her voice trembling. "I left because I was drowning. I was suffocating, and I didn't know how to stop it. I listened. I didn't interrupt. I didn't know what to say. I thought that if I left, I could finally breathe again," she continued. "I thought that if I left, I wouldn't hurt anyone. I thought that if I left, you and the kids would be better off without me. But I was wrong." I swallowed hard, forcing myself not to speak. She continued. "I thought I could live my life without you, without the kids, but it wasn't me. I wasn't me. I thought I'd find myself again, but all I did was lose myself more. I thought I'd be free, but I just felt empty." The tears came then, slow and quiet. "I don't expect you to forgive me," she said. "I just needed you to know that I wasn't running from you. I was running from myself." My heart felt like it was being torn in two. I didn't want to hurt her. But I couldn't let go of the anger I'd carried for so long. "Why didn't you just stay?" I asked. "Why didn't you just tell me how you felt?" "Because I didn't know how," she said, her voice breaking. "I was too scared to say the truth. I was too ashamed. I was too weak. And then, when I finally realized what I'd done, it was too late. I thought you hated me. I thought you never wanted to see me again." "I didn't hate you, Sarah," I said. "I just couldn't understand." "I know," she whispered. "And that's why I came back." That day, I didn't forgive her. Not right away. But something shifted inside me. I didn't want to be angry anymore. I didn't want to carry the pain anymore. I didn't want to keep waiting. Over the next few weeks, we met several more times. We talked, really talked, about everything that had happened, about the mistakes we both made, about the things we'd said and done. And slowly, I felt the anger start to melt away. It wasn't easy. It wasn't a quick fix. But I realized that forgiveness wasn't about forgetting what she'd done or pretending like it hadn't hurt. Forgiveness was about letting go. It was about giving myself the space to heal, so I could start living again. And so, one day, I said it. "I forgive you." She didn't ask for it. She didn't demand it. But I gave it to her. "You're forgiven, Sarah," I told her. "Not because what you did was okay, but because I needed to let it go." She started to cry, but I could see the relief in her eyes. The burden of her guilt had been lifted, just like mine had been lifted. I still loved her. I always would. But I knew that we couldn't go back to the way things were. That chapter of our lives was over. But we could build something new. And that was enough. Forgiveness isn't about getting what you want. It's not about giving someone a free pass. It's about giving yourself the freedom to live again. Sarah and I didn't get back together. Our relationship was over, but we found a new one. A new friendship. A new understanding. And we learned that sometimes healing starts when we let go of the things that hurt us the most. If you have someone in your life who has hurt you, who has left you behind or broken your trust, I want you to know that forgiveness is possible. It's not always easy. It's not always what you think it will be. But it's necessary. Like this video if this story moved you. Subscribe to Hearts Mended for more stories of redemption, reconciliation, and the healing power of forgiveness. And please, share your story in the comments. Have you forgiven someone who hurt you? Are you still waiting to be forgiven? Your stories matter. Your healing matters. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being part of this journey with me. And remember, sometimes, forgiveness is the only thing that can make us whole again.